It is time for another weekly challenge, and this week is no evidence on Grafton Farmhouse. The ghosts really don't want to help us out, but we're sure we're up to the task. We're just gonna jump on in, we're gonna have some fun. I am stoked for this challenge. I love no evidence challenges, and I think needing to do 3 in a row with provided equipment is a great way for players to learn. We are going to bring in the EMF, we are going to bring in the photo camera, and we're going to jump on in. We have 100% sanity, and total activity is currently 0, but we have the boards. Justin Ramirez is who we're going to be after. Here we go. I love no evidence because it makes the puzzle aspect so much fun. Of course, we could run into a situation where, you know, the ghost has just decided that we are absolutely not allowed to do anything. If we do get that situation, that is fine. If the ghost decides that it is super fast or something like that, it is going to make life a lot easier. But sometimes the ghost just doesn't want to give you anything, and that is the point you actually have to watch out for. Yeah, when it's a shade or something, or a Goreo, a Ure, those are the problematic ones. We do luckily get a mirror. I don't know if that's going to be fixed. If it is, that is going to give us a good chance to actually identify the ghost, or identify where the ghost is every single time. Like, that is going to be a lot faster than doing any other tactic. So I am going to drop the pill. We're going to have a quick gander. Okay, it's the laundry room downstairs. Do that. Grab our stuff. That is going to restore our sanity over time. Should probably have taken a photo. Did I? No, I did not. Why not? I mean, I don't usually go for perfect games. I don't suggest you do either. But now we got it. We got it. Let's go in. So it is going to be here. It might give us EMF at some point. It hasn't been very active yet. The first thing we're going to do is do some tests. So because we don't have any evidence, the first test that we are going to bring in is salt. And after the salt, we are also going to bring in, or at the same time, a camera, because that's going to allow us to look. Okay, that's 2 times an EMF 3 for orbs. If it's no evidence and you get orbs, you are guaranteed that it's a mimic. Would be a nice and easy run. I'm thinking this might be a bit of a longer video. If it is, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. These are just challenges that can take a little bit longer. So, first off, no orbs. So I'm thinking this is not a mimic. I'm gonna block off the door so it can't walk out on either side. And we'll also put one right there. Oh, there we go, not a wraith. So those are the first 2 that we've already managed to say no to. A lot of these will require a hunt or something to get a very firm idea, but for now, just getting those initial thoughts out of the way, very good. So that's the wraith, confirmed that it's not it. It's the mimic confirmed that it's not a mimic. And we can start bringing in some other stuff. So, let's protect against the demon. And we will also protect against a Tahei like this, because Taheis can, of course, hunt at 75%. Very angry, is throwing a few things, which may be something we need to keep an eye on. Next up, well, with this out of the way, let us set up for the Onryo test. We're not going to do it just yet. We're not going to do the Onryo test. We're just setting up for it. That's also an important one, because if you don't do the Onryo test and you get rid of your crucifixes because they get burned, that's a bad place to be in. It happens to me too often that I forget to do an Onryo test. And then, yeah, it's unpleasant. It's unpleasant, but it happens. Okay, next up is motion sensors for the Ure test. Remember, if you want to check what a Ure is, you just put the motion sensor down, smudge the room. It shouldn't be able to leave the room for 60 seconds. Or 90 seconds. Is it the duration of the smudge? It's one of the two. But it's quite an interesting test to do. If you can't place these, by the way, find a corner and place them there. Sometimes you can place it... you can just place it in the thing. That's fine as well. We're gonna hear the beep anyway. I was gonna say sometimes they don't grab, but that's mostly on Willow. Did I not bring... I just brought a motion sensor. I decided I needed nothing else with me at that point, except for a motion sensor. Could probably have brought some more items in, to be completely honest. But we've got everything we need now. We do only have a tier 1 parabolic, which I believe has a 25 or 30 degree angle and only 10 meters, so it's not a long distance, 10 or 15. So we're gonna also check for the Onryo. We're gonna do that first. Now, it will burn all 3 or it will turn off all 3 candles and immediately burn a crucifix despite us being at a very high sanity. Right? That's the way this is... Excuse me. That's the way this is supposed to go. That bottle is empty. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Burn. No cruci burn. So this should... I didn't see the ghost. I didn't see the ghost. This should not be an Onryo. It can hunt at any percent when it does the triple douse, so it really should not be an Onryo. Let's bring in some more smudges just to be sure. That is a fairly high jump, but I think that is 3 times an EMF 2. Because that would be 3 times it hitting the... what's it called? The candles in a row. But exactly in interaction range apart, so... Okay, that's a door touch. That is not a full door close. That's another door touch. It is touchy. It is turning a bit more throwy, but it's really not very active. I'm leaving the light on in there, by the way, to see if it changes room. If it doesn't change room, chances are it's not a mare. We can also try the mare flick. Come on. Give me a whisper. You know you want to. Just a little one. Just a little whisper would be good. Anything at all. What's your name? Justin, talk to me. Justin, I'm going to be talking on the microphone for a little bit because if you are a yokai, you have a chance to hunt as soon as I hit 80% sanity and I'm talking. Maybe you'll get angry a little bit. No angry yet? No, nothing at all. Nothing at all. Okay. Could still be a yokai if my sanity is very high. Kind of wanted to... I was going to say, I kind of wanted to interact with me now. It did do that. It just turned off the breaker? Not a djinn. I need to check sanity and... That is a jump. That is a massive jump. Okay, so that took... 10% sanity, maybe? It's very active. It could be an EMF 5 ghost, but this looks more like EMF 4 and an EMF 2. Because it also touched the door at the same time. And it does count that as an EMF 2. Okay, so we're going back in. I now don't have any light. We do have to find the breaker. Which I cannot remember where I found it. I think it was in here. It may have been on the... No, it's not in here. It's on the other side. It's in the bedroom. Very dark now. Very, very dark. There we go. Now we can see a little bit. Very touchy. I'm, like, my initial thoughts is Oni. Oni, Tehei, Demon, just because it has become quite active. Which makes me think we might want to hunt. And get a little bit of an idea what it is, but, I've not heard it yet. And draining my sanity at this point seems like a bad idea. Hello? Are you here? Do you want to hunt me? Are you a yokai? Because I am now on a lower sanity, even though I don't think you're a yokai. You're not even really whispering. Or doing anything at all. Would you like to hunt? I'm not getting anything. I'm gonna... Wait. Not a phantom. It is singing. Could be a banshee. No full body event yet, so it could also be a shade, but it would be the world's most active shade. That would be absolutely insane if this is a shade. Okay, quick check on the sanity, and then we'll go back in there, and we'll see if we can get it to hunt. The only thing I want to see here, really, is... I'm currently on 75, so one toggle should take me down to 50. Just one toggle. That should take down 20%. Is it 20? Is it 15? I think it's 20. Yeah, I'm now down to 53, 55, from just over 70. So that is, yeah, I would say between 15 and 20. I think it's 20 that it should drain, but they may have turned that down a little bit. So we're almost in hunt range. That means I'm gonna prepare for a little kiting of the ghost. This ball's not supposed to be here. Let's be ready for the ghost to hunt. Throwing stuff in there. And, like, hunts are a great way to just eliminate a whole host of ghosts. So that would be lovely. It has only turned off the breaker once. You could think a hunt to if it did it more, but I don't think it's that. I don't think that is that. Simply because of how it's acting. Not really getting much else. Okay, I'm gonna drain my sanity just a tad. I don't want to drain it too much because I don't want to get into shade levels of sanity. But I am going to sit in the dark for a little bit. Let my sanity drain that little bit. Get it in hunting range. It will burn a crucifix. Once it burns the crucifix, I will move the crucifixes. Okay, that's a single door touch. Not much else. Walked out again. Seems quite roamy. Maybe not a Goryo? Would make sense. I could probably also Banshee test by having 2 motion sensors here. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll quickly do that. I'll be in a place where it can come to me much easier at that point. Let's grab two motion sensors. So for anybody who doesn't know, you can use 2 motion sensors to check for a Banshee. We've just hit 50% as well. Perfect. Because the Banshee can walk all the way to you. And if it does do that, it's not a Wraith. Right? It's not a Phantom. Because we've checked these things. And therefore all it can be is a Banshee. And that's a Cruciburn. It is now hunting, so this is not a Shade, not a Diogen. Because the Diogen and the Shade can only hunt at 35%. Turn that on. And then I'm gonna remove this crucifix. Never mind! I'm gonna burn my hand, that's what I'm gonna do, holy shit! Oh... Always scares the shit out of me when that happens. Did not expect that to happen there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, there's 1 Cruci left. I'm gonna leave that there. Hopefully this is enough for the ghost to come chase me. We'll maybe get an idea. Well, it can't be a Jinn, so we don't need to watch that speed, but a Rev would be good to test like this. Tehei, Moroi, Raiju, there's electronics over there and here. These will count. And there we go. Let's watch the blinking. It knows I'm here. I would say that is fairly regular blinking. Maybe slightly more visible. But not extremely so. I also feel like that was either line of sight speed or that was a younger Tehei. So we're gonna give that another try. It will hunt again, and then we'll have a lot of information. I'm gonna grab another smudge, just for safety. Let's grab that over here. And, we'll bring this one. We'll bring this one as well for a miling test. And then we should be in a good place, to be honest. Then we should be in a good place. I wanted to hunt again. That's sort of goal number 1. But we smudged it, so it's going to be 90 seconds or 3 minutes if it's a spirit. If it turns out to be a spirit, I'm going to be annoyed. I don't like spirits. Spirits always kill me, and they tend to have just... I would say the worst sort of ghost behavior. This was not a Revenant, that's for sure. Not a Hantu. A Hantu would not have been that fast. The rest, it could have been line of sight speed up. Not a Moroi. Although Moroi speeds up in line of sight, doesn't it? So it could be a Moroi. Oh, there we go. Not a spirit. That's regular speed, not a Tehei. I'm gonna call this regular blinking. Like, it disappears for moments at a time, but very irregularly. So, I don't think that's an Oni. I do not think that that is an Oni. If it turns out to be an Oni, I'm really just bad at watching Oni blinks. It's not a Raiju either. It didn't speed up instantly when it walked into the room where there was electronics. I didn't see it transform at all. So I don't think this is an Obake. See, this is the problem. This may be a more annoying one than we have bargained for. We are gonna have to get another hunt. And hopefully this time we can do the miling test over here. It is very door touchy though. It really is quite door touchy. It's also not a demon. If it was a demon, this Cruci, look at the range, would have blocked those hunts. It hasn't. So it's not a demon. Are you a yokai? Are you here? Do you want to Yurei door for me, please? Hello? Anything? Anything at all. I'll take it. No? No? I mean, that's fair, to be honest. It did blow out those candles really quick earlier. Which sort of worries me, because that means it could have been maybe a buggy on Rio. Sometimes they do bug out like that. That's one. But I don't... He saw me. I'm gonna go in here and hide. Check for the miling. Not a miling. I can clearly hear the footsteps. Very, very clearly hear the footsteps. So that leaves Polter, Banshee, Mare, Yurei, Yokai. Goryo is probably the most annoying one. You can't really test that one. There's just no way. The only way you can test it is by being here for a while and having it not change room. That's literally it. Has just blown out a second candle. What else can we do? We can do a yokai test. Mare test? I mean, it hasn't changed room. It isn't really acting like a mare. Okay, we had a slight technical glitch, but we're back. So that is positive news. That is very positive news. We are going to try this again. Same ghost. It's hunted once or twice since, but that's it. It knows we're here, though. Is it gonna come to us now? Straight to us. Yeah, that is not a yokai. That is definitely not a yokai. Oh, it came from the other side. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Still not a single whisper in the parabolic microphone. Starting to feel like this. So, I don't think this is a yokai. I don't think this is a poltergeist. I know we haven't tried the polty-bomb. But if we look at how much stuff has been thrown, but it doesn't throw a lot during the hunt, and some things in this room are still in place, that's always a good indicator, to be honest. If there's still stuff in place after this long, it's probably not going to be a poltergeist. That's my... no, I need that part. I'd be extremely surprised if this turns out to be a poltergeist. Let me put it like that. So I think I'm just gonna cross that one off. We have a passive test in there for it. That's really all we need. Have I run out of smudge sticks? Not a problem. We have alternative motives. Modes. The motives stay the same, Math. You have to identify the ghost. I may have... No, I have one more. I have one more smudge. Okay, good. So, not, Polty. It has... I've not seen it do its Yurei ability yet. And we've seen it touch a few doors already. Let's block it from hunting for a little bit. Maybe it will give us some events. It hasn't done that for a while. The only event in which it could sing, it sung. But that is it. Hello? Let's put these on there as well. I mean, just because we can. Ghost does still seem to be here. The ghost does still seem to be here. Yep, that's a Cruci burn. Okay, let's turn these lights on. We have about 20 seconds. If you ask me from these, I mean, I don't feel like it's twinsing because it keeps hunting from the same room and the same room over and over again. It did it again. It did it again. That's all the Cruci's gone. Even though it did feel fast in some of these hunts, let's try again. Let's listen closely and use our fabled Rickroll to see if this ghost is indeed fast. Mare, Banshee, Yurei, Goryo. No, that is not fast. That's exactly on beat. So that's not a twins. I don't think it's a mare. The reason I don't think it's a mare is because it didn't change rooms. It has not tried to... I mean, it is very roamy. That is true. Like, it roams away from that room a lot. But I'm trying to figure out if that's a tiny Polty pile. Probably not. I don't know if the ghost can move room in this particular game mode. Broke lights. Broke lights. Ah, that is such an annoying thing. Imagine if this is a mare. Imagine if this is a mare and we've just not gotten the ghost to move because moving rooms is turned off. That's not good. Smudge, run. Run, run, run. Gonna need to be able to see when I run upstairs. The chair's safe. The chair is safe. Perfect. Perfect. Like, my gut says either this is a mare or it is a Goryo. The fact that it hasn't changed room at all, the fact that it hasn't given us any definitive Banshee stuff like teleporting to me, it hasn't given us a mare flick, it hasn't given us the Yurei door touch. I think we're gonna go with Goryo, and then you've immediately seen, if I'm correct, that the most annoying no evidence ghost is indeed a Goryo. If I'm incorrect, we'll check. We'll check. I think that's a twins curve. Ha! It was a Goryo! Let's go! Now that game took almost half an hour because it was a Goryo. Half an hour. That is why the Goryo is the worst no evidence ghost to get. It is absolutely terrible. But we are going to move into round number 2, which we're going to do the exact same way. We are going to grab our stuff. We're going to make sure the breaker is on. Then we're going to use the mirror if we haven't found the ghost room by then. And we're going to go for round number 2 right away. Holy shit, the Goryo there. Of course we'd get a Goryo on our first try. As I said, you can't get anything out of a Goryo because you can't get its dots interaction. The only thing you kind of have to go for is, has it changed room? If it hasn't, after a while you go, it has also not shown any of the other ones. It's a process of elimination, and that is it. Okay, dropping that, grabbing this, and dropping it again, apparently. Let's put that there. Let's do a little check. Let's check in the mirror where this ghost is. Hopefully it's close to the entrance. Mostly because that just takes care of a lot of the ferrying work that we have to do. Going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, let's check the mirror. That is upstairs in the right bedroom. Not a great place to have this ghost. Oh, we also don't have a hiding spot there. Do we have the hiding spot behind the crib? No. Okay. Do we have the hiding spot in the utility room? Yes. Okay. So we do have a hiding spot. It's just not great. We have to remember that that is where the hiding spot is, though. Okay, let's put some salt down. Let's put that down. Put this one over here. That way I can at least find it. And we're going to go for the tests again. We're going to go for the same tests. Mimic first. We have the salt test already in there for the Wraith. But because it's a large room, I am going to bring a second one in. And we'll also bring in a single motion sensor to start with. Just in case we still need to Wraith test by the time we get up there. We do not. It's not a Wraith. It's stood in the salt. Okay, let's put that there. Let's have a look. Maybe it's a Mimic. Come on, Mimic. Come on, orbs. No. That's no luck. Not a Mimic. Okay, well, we don't really need the salt, but we might as well spread it around a bit. Crucifixes. In case it's a demon or a Tahei. We'll also bring in one of the candles. Candles? No, let's actually bring that in. So crucifix, parabolic microphone, and... yeah, smudge. Let's just prepare with the smudge. We'll come back for the 3 candles. And a lighter. Why did I bring a single... I should have brought them both crucifixes, shouldn't I? That would have been more logical than bringing one of them. It's fine. It's fine. We'll block this part of the room off. Over there. The next one will block the other side. This time I'm only bringing 2 items. Because I want to bring the camera upstairs as well. Although, I suppose... no, let's just bring 3. We need to come out for another candle anyway. The other crucifix. And, of course, the last... thing that we are going to need. Which is going to be... More smudge. More smudge. Having the smudges inside is going to make it a lot easier because then we can actually start ghost hunting instead of just ferrying items back and forth. We do have the EMF up there. It's not going to help us. Not at all. Might need to come out for some more motion sensors. That can happen. And we'll put this there. That should block the rest of that room. Then, we have a cruci here, so let's put that there. We have a cruci here, so let's put that there. And we'll put that one there. Let's go and grab the camera in case it's a phantom and it shows up. And I suppose we'll also make a polty pile while we're at it. Another step. Let's turn the candles on just in case. And no turning off the lights. Leave those on, please. I need those to see. That's just my camera. I don't need the camera. I do not need the camera. Oh, hello. If that isn't the rib cage, thank you very much. We likey when things are close by. I mean, I just grabbed it. I know I could have gotten the photo. Just don't really need it. That's one. That's two. Is it gonna turn number 3 off as well? Number 3 still burning. Did I just hear it? No, I didn't. I didn't. I thought I maybe heard it. Oh! That's an Onryo! It's an Onryo! Holy shit! That was the perfect way to show that it's an Onryo. Look at our sanity. Look at our sanity. Yeah, that's an Onryo. Very nice. Oh, that means we can go. Bye-bye. Oh, that was telltale sign of an Onryo. Any sanity, turn off 3 lights, 3 fire lights, and boom, it will hunt. It will hunt. There we go. Now that was round number 2. That's what we like to see during no evidence runs. We go in for round number 3. Let's hope it's another quick one. Didn't even need a hunt. We didn't even need a hunt. That was perfect. That shows you the difference between a ghost that does what it says on the tin and a ghost that doesn't. The ghost that doesn't, by the way, in this case, very much the Goryo. Oh, its abilities have been blocked off. It couldn't do anything. Turn on the lights. Get the breaker back on. Check the mirror. So the mirror is a fixed cursed object, which is really nice. Being able to find the ghost quickly and a no evidence is important. I think that's also why they've done it. It can be really hard when you don't get any evidence to find the ghost. You need to wait for the house to warm up. Have to go around with a thermometer. Or, worst case scenario, you have to look around and hope that you find somewhere where something is either still rolling or is out of place. So a bottle having flown and laying on the floor, a bunny or a teddy that is upside down or has its head twisted. That sort of stuff can really help. But for newer players, that is really difficult. That is... Oh, hello. Another ribcage. Thank you. That is really, really difficult. It is not until you get to know the maps very well that you're able to do that sort of shit. Yeah. And it's frustrating when it does happen, right? It does it is... I think that is... like, a ghost giving no evidence is frustrating. Oh, it is in that room. It is actually upstairs. It is actually in that back room. Okay. Like, a ghost not giving evidence, as I was saying, frustrating. Not being able to find the ghost is so much worse. Sometimes you just have those rounds, especially something like Sunny Meadows, when you don't have a tier 3 parabolic, can be really frustrating for that. But there's also enough ambient sound that you can't really say on Sunny Meadows anymore, oh, you can easily find it with a parabolic. It's definitely not as easy as it was many, many moons ago. Okay, let's quickly check for orbs. Come on, Mimic. Come on, Mimic. I am sorry to say that we do not have orbs, and therefore it is not a Mimic. Ah. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. It's quite hard when you're doing these games and you get a bad ghost. But it's good fun if you get a good ghost, like a Mimic, like the Onryo in the last run that just did exactly what we wanted it to do. Just to the letter. Now, it didn't step in salt while I was in there, which could indicate a Wraith. It could also indicate that it's just a big room, and a big room needs a little extra TLC with the salt before it will really, before you get a quick answer on the Wraith. And we have our answer, not a Wraith. Okay, well, these are useless then, but I'm still gonna spread them around. Get a little bit of an idea of where the ghost actually is. There we go, and there we go. Actually, you know what I find very, very weird? Oh, hello. No, you are here. The temperature isn't very low in there. We do not have breath in there just yet. Okay, crucies. Motion sensor near the door. Onryo test, that sort of stuff. Crucies. I'll leave this one here for now. We don't need it. We don't need it. Get those in there. Wait, what's my sanity like? I'm wondering if it's a sanity draining ghost, but 90%. No. That is fairly normal for the amount I've been in the dark. Yeah, that makes sense. That 100% makes sense. I am happy they didn't give you the Ouija board on this one. I don't know what it is. The Ouija board can be fun. I just think the mirror is... It requires a little bit more skill while still being an extremely entertaining cursed object. Extremely entertaining. And my hay fever is getting to me? You don't want to know. It is, of course, well, right now, it is April, late April, so hay fever is at its top, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. Hello? I don't know what I expected to see there. Nothing really. Oh, I didn't drop my parabolic. I didn't drop my parabolic microphone. We're just gonna drop that there. Put this one on Cruci 1. Put this one on Cruci 2. Get a third one in. We'll do that now. The lighter. Smudge stick. And then I think I have everything we want in there. I think we'll have everything I want in there. Maybe a motion sensor, but we can come back out for that one. Let's go, let's go. Let's do this. Onryo test, Polty test. Put a few things on the floor in a nice little pile. See if it goes boom. Touch the door, single touch. Another door touch. Just gonna make sure that these are open. There we go. And that's a... Oh, I forgot to bring the third candle in. It's fine. It's fine. I do like these challenges. I think the only challenge I really enjoy more is no evidence, no sanity. It's no evidence on steroids, but because it is so fast. You can have a ghost. You can walk in and it's immediately a Deogen or a Revenant or an Obake. Anything that has a hunt tell. And boom, you got it. You got it and you can leave. It's great. It's really, really good. I hope that never changes. It's already blown out that one. So we are already on 1. Thank you. Do I have a photo camera in here? I do not think I have a photo camera in here. I'll bring that one in as well. I'll bring that one in as well. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. That's a fairly high spike. That's a 7 spike. Which technically could be EMF 4 and EMF 2. No, I don't think it can. I don't think it can. I think that has to be an EMF 5 spike. Because how the activity board works, it would go up 1, 2, 0, 1, or 2 for the EMF 2, and 3, 4, or 5 for the EMF 4. Sorry, 2, 3, or 4 for the EMF 4. I think that must mean that this is an EMF 5. Would make life easier. Now I lit all of them, so I'm gonna turn this one off. And we'll start building a polty pile. See if it wants to do anything with that. See if it wants to show itself. Do have... Oh, where's my camera? I want to carry the camera. Not carrying the camera seems like a bigger problem if it appears and you can't take a photo. Oh, turn that one off. Are there just not a lot of throwable items in this particular room? Could definitely be the case. In which case, I'm just gonna grab some from the neighboring room. And it's not an Onryo. Boom. Done. Not a Wraith either. We knew that already. It seems very quiet while we're in there. Like, it doesn't act. It doesn't throw. It doesn't really do anything. Although, if it's not a poltergeist, it can't throw when the lights are on. So let's turn them off and see if it becomes a bit more active. Actually, we'll put that there. See if it does anything interesting. But yeah, definitely not an Onryo, so that is good to know. Very good to know indeed. What else could it be? Maybe... We also said not a mimic... Oh. 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 Now you're starting to do stuff. That's good. Sounded like something metal. Hammer, maybe? Saw. Don't know if the wrench makes that sound as well. I do not think it does. But I do think we have quite enough items in there. It's also starting to get cold in here. Blow out the candle again. Ghosty. Are you here? Do you want to come give me a cuddle? Maybe it does. Maybe it does want to come give me a cuddle. Do you want to do that again? Do you want to whisper at me again? Ghosty, I'm right here for you. Yeah, I'm here for you. If you want to. That seemed fast. That seemed very fast. Myling, Diogen are options. Definitely faster than our first ghost. I think it's time for us to start a hunt again. Get a little bit of an idea what ghost this is. So let's go check on our sanity. Make sure that everything's okay, and then we'll head back in. If this is a Moroi, my sanity is now going to tank. So, 60% seems fairly low. Let's see if my sanity tanks even while I'm sitting in the light. We'll give it, what, 30 seconds? Then we'll check again. Before we use the mirror. So I'm sitting in the light. My sanity should be completely preserved. And if I sit here for about 30 seconds, my sanity will have continued to drain, which would indicate that we are dealing with a Moroi. Alternatively, this is indeed a Diogen or Myling, which Diogen is easy to check. Myling is a little bit harder. In fact, I think for the Myling we should bring that light down. This is gonna be a roundabout where I try and kite. Because I have a safe spot back there. I know there's a safe spot behind the fridge. Knowing that, however, let's go back. Let's have a look, see what our sanity has done. If it's between, I would say 55 and 60, I would call that firmly stuck. 45% though? That is a Moroi. That has to be... We can't have lost 15% sanity while sitting in the light. Okay, well, let's confirm. For the fun of it, let's confirm. Let's take some pills in, drain our sanity, have it hunt, and as it's hunting, we'll take other pills. We're gonna drain to 0, and when we then take the pills, we will hear it audibly slowing down. It will audibly start to slow down. It will be great. It will be great. If we can get it downstairs without us dying. Okay, so we're thinking Moroi. Make sure this is well lit. Let's get a hunt. Let us hear the speed. It's still upstairs. That's fast. Taking the pills. And it slowed down. It slowed down. It's a Moroi. It is 100% a Moroi. You. Look how slow it is. Yeah. It was super fast when it just came down the stairs. Take the pills, both of them. Shoot our sanity back up to 50%, and it slows down. It's a Moroi. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And that is number 3. Complete and finished. Which means we are going to get the big reward. And if you do like this kind of content, then make sure to check me out on Twitch. Twitch.tv/MathManEU. Or stick around here and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, it's time for me to be signing off.